Bienvenue. Today I want to speak with you about Web3 sphere, about Solidity, Frontend, how to connect this, and like how you can start with Web3. I hope you already have some Frontend experience or even full stack experience with Solidity and other. But it's gonna be good start for a template of some project if you have some ideas or something. I'm gonna show you this on example of French Learner DAO. Oh, no, it's mirrored in this application. How you can see now it's just French Learner DAO. Please switch to Sepolia. I'm gonna use testnet Sepolia. Testnet it means, let me show you. Testnet it means that's this testnet. You can do faucets, you can have test coins. Let me show you in MetaMask. Actually, let me change my webcam like this, so you can see MetaMask. Now I'm on Binance Smart Chain. I hope you already have understanding of like founds of wallets of MetaMask use. It's more for developers, and we can change it to custom to Sepolia. Sepolia, it's easy to change. You can check here some Sepolia chain ID, Sepolia symbol, infra, most useful one, and network name. Save, and we connect this custom Sepolia. I already have some faucets here, you see. Faucets, it's easy. You can just type in a web browser Faucet, Sepolia, and you can mint some Sepolia token there. It's easy. It's even no need to show you. Next, now I'm on Sepolia testnet, and you see here Etherscan with address Sepolia Etherscan. It's not just Etherscan, how we all knew, like this. It's Etherscan for main Ethereum chain, and it's for Sepolia, so we don't need to waste our money on this when we test apps. Now, this contract already well, but it's in the future. Now I have this local host. Let's I first show you how this app works. It's easy. First we need to connect MetaMask. Let's click on connect. I can connect this my developer wallet. Connect. It's connecting. Wallet connected. You see, it's our wallets that we use. It's correct. I have some balance here already. I will show you how I have balance. Let's first I show you this state for people who already have stakes. Yeah, let me explain you what this app do. When you learn French, you can stake some amount of money, like or tokens. It's not money, but like imagine that these tokens have some valuable in dollars, like conversion to dollars, or to some currency in real world. You can do weekly challenge. How you can see, you can give some amount for a weekly challenge and stake it for 1 week. Yeah, this app building on trust. You don't need to like send some tests here because it's MVP. But if you want to advance this idea or develop something better, you can literally create some test app, like Duolingo, but in Web3 sphere, where for every completed lesson you get 1 day more weekly challenge. Because how you remember on Duolingo we also have some weekly challenge if you use it. And here you can do weekly challenge with actual money, like with actual tokens. It's for fun, it's for rewards, and it's for motivation. When you stake your real money, you want to learn more when you don't lose anything. You stake it for a week in our example, and you can claim it only 1 week. You see, I added some active stake like 3 days ago, because timer gonna be 7 days, and for me it's 4 days before I can claim stake. If I try to claim now, I will show you what bonus will be with this claim stake. If I try to claim now, I can't. You see, execution reverted, stake period not finished. It's Solidity code in work. I will show you how it's work. I have actual balance of friend, I have a streak, and I have a last lesson. You see, I lose my streak like already for 3 days, but I don't care. Now let's say I show you code, and let's try to do code with our new wallet. I will change to actual dev wallet. Let me disconnect here, or actually I can disconnect with interface, and I want to use another account, dev account. We're gonna now handle this account, and let's check code. I will do code, and I'm gonna click interface by this code. Let update. Okay, all good. Yeah, all good. Code. In VS Code we have, let me start with JSON, this package. In dependencies, you see we have just React, and in dev dependencies we have a lot of Hardhat. I don't use Foundry for that because it's some easy smart contract with one file. And I use Ether version 6. Pay attention, because yeah, I know that many people use 5.7, but I guess Ether 6 it's better for now for new wallet providers and other things like multi-signers, etc. Okay, let's go step by step. First, okay, Hardhat. Now let's imagine that you just, I will stay link in the description, but let's imagine that you go to this repository, you like git clone it or just download zip file, and how you can see you don't have here some artifacts, some Hardhat files, because it's in git ignore, of course. Let's imagine that you need to set up it for yourself. You just download or do git clone, like you already, I think you already use this command more than 100 times, git clone. I don't need it because it's already this project. And now let's imagine that we git clone it, we write npm install. I can even again start with npm install, but I don't need it actually because I already have node modules here. But okay, let's do for experiment. Now all our libraries, it's good. And now what you need to do to get this cache, artifacts, and other ignition and other Hardhat things, because Hardhat have a update not long time ago, and it's a bit now it's a bit different setup than was before. Okay, I just already have existing project here, so I open terminal. I just want to show you how it's gonna look in a clean project. Like imagine I just have some empty folder, px Hardhat init. Pay attention, now it's init with two slashes like flags, and we click npx hard init. We see this, pay attention, we have new version, beta version of Hardhat, and in my case Hardhat, it's still 2.26.3 because the new version in beta, and like it can be unstable. It recommended for new projects. I already tested it, yeah, and we will use it in future. But let's imagine that you want to take templates from old projects that is like 99% on GitHub for Hardhat. Yeah, it is what it is. So we use older version for now to have older version, and then I will do new version in the future videos. We provide path. Here we have some options. In the third version it's going to be different, but here you see JavaScript project using Moche. It's test thing. I recommend to use like, we don't gonna use this Mocha, or how do you say, I just recommend to choose some JavaScript or TypeScript. It doesn't matter actually in this MVP. Like we choose JavaScript and we have our template. I don't need to run it, but you click yes and it's gonna be good. Next, what I already tried here, px hardhat compile. Next we can try compile. And when you write compile, you're gonna see these artifacts, cache, and other things compiled. Actually, after init, you're also gonna see some changes in your code. Don't forget to add this to your git ignore, because default git ignore not gonna have artifacts, cache, and ignition in and you're always gonna upload them on GitHub. Like it's wrong. Okay, you see. Now it's compiled again for me. Actually, it's just recompiled in my case. But next, imagine that you compile this for you. You already see your Solidity code here. I will show you this in the future. Let I first give you a chance to actually start project. Now you compile and actually we can already start project, but let me check if I not forget anything. Yeah, next we're gonna just deploy, but we don't need this. We can like deploy on localhost network, but it in future, or on Sepolia. And actually in the future, if you want to do it with real assets, you need to do it on some Ethereum or Arbitrum, etc. So first, let's try to do it with localhost, px localhost, and we need to we need npx node first, and only then we need to. You can start npx node in another terminal, like this. Let me show to you. You see, you now started your Hardhat node, and this node with some fake value, some fake wallets, and blah blah blah, and fake private keys. You can use this fake private keys in environment. I'm not gonna show mine because it's private key with my actual wallet there. But at first, if you don't want to go to Sepolia, you can try like this to test this. I already knew that it's work, but if you're gonna create your own project, you need to test it localhost first to not waste time on local deployment, on Sepolia deployment, etc., etc. Like you can take private key from here. You're gonna use this account for connection, and you can test with this. But in our case, we're gonna do it in hard way. We're gonna do it in Sepolia, just how it is, but not now. Yeah, pay attention, I don't use the Solidity integrated in web terminal, because it's also good, and I will show you in the next videos, I guess. But for now, let's do it in Hardhat way, because I want to show you how it's usually works if you advanced developer. You're not gonna use this browser version of Solidity and the deployment process, etc. Okay, now I will propose you to go interface step by step and check what we do actually in code. First we have here connect MetaMask. Let me find it in interface. It's here. And you see it's just a button in interface. I think you already knew React if you want to go in Web3 sphere from Web 2. But if you don't know React, it's easy. It's something easy. Like if you Vue developer or some Angular or some Svelte, etc. But I think it's impossible if you knew Svelte and don't knew React. Like, I don't believe you. But okay. In any way, it's just HTML. It's easy HTML. With connect on click, and on click you can connect. Let me do it like this. On connect, we start a function for connection. If provider test error, pay attention that silent false, but it doesn't matter actually for our video. If not provider, test error, MetaMask not found. Yeah, it's happen if you don't have MetaMask at all. Pay attention that we use here provider, like we check on providers, browser provider, and browser provider we find on first initialization of our app in use effect. Like when we initialize our app, we check if wind of Ethereum, it's mean if MetaMask is installed actually, or not MetaMask or some other wallet, like, but usually it's work with MetaMask. For example, some Brave wallet also wind of Ethereum, but it works strange in Brave browser. Okay, now next, we take this provider if it exists. If it's not exist, of course, error initializing app, blah blah blah. We remove local storage just for fallback. Address is null, etc. To not block our application if it's not found. Browser Ethereum, set provider. We take provider in here, you see. It's for next connection function. Const chain ID, we check our current chain. Maybe you remember in the beginning of the video we have alerts that you need to change to Sepolia testnet. Set network OK if chain ID equals Sepolia chain ID. Pay attention here. Sepolia chain ID is his. Every chain have its own ID. So yeah, it's MVP. Actually, it's work not like this. I will show you in my next project how you can handle this in multiple chains, or on some of my next projects, like even Solana and Ethereum, like not only layer 2, layer 3 in Ethereum, but even Solana, some another layer 1 solutions. Okay, you see, we compare Sepolia chain ID, we set up chain change listener, and if we change, it's just some listener to when we change chain, it's gonna reload our app. Let me show you. If we change to some linear, our app is trigger window reload, you see. Yeah, it's because we have listener here on the first our app initialization, and its listener is always work, and it's handle chain changed every time. If wallet is connected, use a more robust approach. It's just generated by some things. But yeah, in Web3 sphere you're gonna use generated code a lot, especially in Solidity. Let's be honest. But you need to change it for you, because for example, if you use AI in the generated of code in Web3, you need to pay attention on Ethereum version. It's really a lot depend on it, because actually GPT often gonna give you 5.7 version of Ethereum, so you need to handle it yourself. And Hardhat version or some Foundry, etc., whatever you use. Pay attention on versions in generated code, because Web3 sphere is growing fast, and GPT context or some DeepSeek and other context is lost always with new version. Like he still sees that 5.7 used more in GitHub and other, and give you 5.7 solutions. Okay, now next important thing about Ethereum 6 and its difference from Ethereum 5.7. I even do this in readme file. Let me take it here. Check this. Const accounts await pay list and accounts. In all behavior, like we have accounts and we await provider send Ethereum request accounts. Like here in the next lines of code I will show you. Pay attention, we take accounts and list of accounts, and in Ethereum 6 it's a bit different, because we have multi-signature accounts now in new MetaMask, and it's handled different with MetaMask and Ethereum. So here it's account length, It's just validation. Validate if it's actually Ethereum address, like easy validation to check if it's address of Ethereum. It's actually it's not, if you delete this, nothing change at all. But you need to do some fallbacks for applications in production, of course. And I want to show you how to do it properly here. There's console log, because I have some some strange bug with this multi-signature accounts. I mean this in new MetaMask. Maybe you already showed this. We already noticed this that in MetaMask. In fact, I can't show it now, but in new MetaMask you can connect multiple accounts like this, you see. You can choose many other accounts to connect, and it can broken your application. Pay attention on this. Okay, for now we cancel. I just still show you initialization of application. Validate. This we need. We take signer for sign our smart contracts in future. We take our contract with contract address that we will deploy on our Sepolia. We take ABI that we can take from the smart. Actually, you can find ABI here in artifacts, contracts, French journal JSON. And it's ABI, you see. I already take it from here and it's still like this. Pay attention that for ABI you don't need full artifacts, French journal JSON. You need only what's inside ABI array in this, in this structure. You can check ABI here. ABI you see when you do compile. Most of the, how I remember, it's like after compile, but even if it's not, anyway, when you deploy, you're already gonna have this. Set contract. We just take this contract here. Let's talk about these contracts, about the smart contracts in Solidity. Yeah, you see, now we take in our front-end side contract. We use contract, we use address, we use ABI, and we use signer address. Signer address, we need to sign this smart contract actually. For like if you owner your sign address, gonna have more permissions than if you just some random guy. And you can find this Solidity smart contract in contracts file. Let's fast check Solidity. Actually, it's mostly generated, let's be honest, because Solidity in most ways you just first generate and then you try to implement your own solution here. I don't saw for a long time people who like wrapping in Solidity, mapping, blah blah blah, from a scratch, if they don't have nothing. Like if you try to find people who gonna write Pragma Solidity by just himself, like from scratch, it's gonna be strange for today reality. Not okay. This French learner DAO already explained to you how it works in interface side. Let's actually show what we have here in a mapping. We have current strike per user. You can read it yourself. Actually, I stay with all comments here for these smart contracts. It's really good explained comments. But let's check. We have streak. Like imagine it's like a variable or some array of variables in a front-end side, but only in Solidity. We have streak, we have tokens, we have last completion time, we have claimed faucet, and pay attention, this all mapping. It means that it's couple of objects, couple of strings, or couple of something. In our cases, as you see, couple of addresses going to UNT2256. UNT256 is just a string with some restricted possibilities to take in the storage. And in claimed faucet, you see address it's bool. It's mean true false in our case. Next we have struct. It's like in Rust or some other languages. Yeah, how I remember, they even take it from Rust, this struct in a Solidity. Just imagine that Solidity is JavaScript plus Rust plus some other programming languages, but if you knew already JavaScript or something, it will be easy for you to understand Solidity here. Claimed faucet, it's I already told you about. Flag per address. Next it's struck with stake. Well, how much we can stake for amount, like 50 friend in our case. Do you remember? I think you remember. Bool active. Stakes address. Let's check all these constants and we will return it here later. We have anti-spam, pay attention, 20 hours. It means you can't say that you already do next lesson before 20 hours is go. You have streak reset, 48 hours. It's all explained in comments here. You have stake duration 7 days. Actually, you already saw that it's work. You can't claim before the 7 days is go. You have daily reward. If you're gonna confirm this day by day, it's gonna be 10, then 20, 30, like in our interface. And by the end, if you do it every day, you're gonna have 70. Just multiply 7 by 10. And the next extra bonus after, yeah, you see, if you're gonna have more streak, you're gonna have bonus for every streak. Yeah, you multiply it by 7 by 10 at first, but then you need to already understand that you're gonna have bonus if your streak is more and more. Stake successful, multiplier now. If stake successful, we return more, multiply. Oh, it's like just some easy staking. If you can do stake, you get more tokens. And faucet amount, I will show you in interface it in a second. It's like faucet for tokens. Pay attention that I don't have smart contracts for ERC20. ERC20 it's token standard, like I don't have here some tokens like Ethereum, BTC and other ERC. Actually BTC it's not ERC20, let's be honest. Just some RBXI and other blah blah blah. Some easy tokens. I'm not sure that even RBXI it's ERC20, maybe it's 7, maybe it's these new standards already. But never mind, I mean that I don't have tokens here. Take some water. I actually wanted short video why I'm so useless mouth, blah blah blah, always. Okay, we're now on events, and before we go to events and other things here, we will check it step by step here. I want to show you it in actual interface, how it's gonna work. You see we initialize our app. We check contract constants. What we're gonna have, it's important for understanding of interface at first. We load user info. In our case, user info, it's just a current streak, you see. User info we can get from smart contract, get user info. If you check in smart contract here, you can find a function for get user info, like it's easy to understand code. I try to do it as easy as possible for you. You just, you see why I show you this constant, it's because in this get user info you get all your constants that we already saw. Like streak tokens and other claimed faucet and blah blah blah. Okay. Now I don't need windsurf. Get the fuck out here. Okay, now it's the time. Now we have connect function finally. Finally we go to connect. Yeah, it's seen easy to go to connect, but you see what we need to do before. We need to initialize our MetaMask first. And now finally we do this. Switch to Sepolia if network not okay. Wait, switch to Sepolia. It's if you change your network, let me show you again. To this, before you connect to MetaMask, you should have this switch to Sepolia function. If not network okay, switch to Sepolia. Yeah, it should work now. Yeah, you see, first it asks us to switch to Sepolia, and in code it's happened like in the Ethereum request, it's just do method switch Ethereum chain, and we get this chain ID in params. I think you already remember that we have Sepolia ID here. It's why it's important. And if it's some problem with changing, we try to change with another method, like to just create this Sepolia from scratch. You see how I already showed to you my Sepolia setup, but if user don't have Sepolia setup, he gonna get this request for params. It's gonna work also like this, but you're just gonna see creating of new Sepolia testnet. Now in connection we switch to Sepolia finally. It's all good, and we connected already here. We connected with our address, with our new address, and you see I have 0 friend balance, streak 0, last lesson ever. I learned French today. If we try, we actually can't send, but we shouldn't, of course. Like, it's a stupid decision here, because you just send gas for free. Yeah, you get some streak, of course, but it's not how our apps should actually work. So we decline here. You get streak, but your balance is 0. It's for users who, don't care about money, like they just want to confirm their streak, but I don't see the reason for this. Claim starter pack 50 friend. I added this Faucet function to, get some friend before you can stake, because if you try to stake now, stake for a week, insufficient friend balance to stake. And actually, if you check all these errors, you can find that all these errors is just in require functions in Solidity. Pay attention, it's not in JavaScript, it's not in our React component and in React functions. In React functions we just do some toast also, but with these more obvious reasons. But if it's toast error with some problems in MetaMask, in run transaction actually used every time when you try to do something. Like, check this. If you claim Faucet, if you complete lesson, if you do stake, if you claim stake, you run transaction. Like, we do this decomposition for a transaction. It's a good decision for you in future, but at first you can create it like every transaction separately, because maybe you need some, not from Solidity, but you want to do your own toast errors from Frontend side. Then you need to separate all these transactions, or create some function where you can send your text and show toast errors like this. And if you check in a toast error here, you're gonna see that it's taking a message from our smart contract in this. It's like just in backend you take error, but in our case it's smart contract. You see insufficient friend balance, similar text. Yeah. And now claim starter pack 15 friend. If you check this, if we not claim Faucet, do you remember I showed you in smart contract that Faucet claimed is boolean? So Faucet claimed will stake only once in the function of Faucet, you see. And after we claim Faucet message sender, our actual signer that we send in our smart contract I already showed to you. And we say it's our current signer, set signer. We send our current signer, and just imagine that here we have this signer that we sent, similar string. And claiming Faucet for this signer become true. You see, it's all easy if you try to understand. And Faucet happen if claim Faucet already claimed, but you see, we need to add this require every time because it's vulnerability for Solidity. People can, even if in interface, you see in interface it will be hidden for Faucet. And yeah, this Faucet claim it will be hidden when we claim Faucet first time, but in our contract we still can, in our code we still can like in console we still can try to do some injecting JavaScript code. Like give me a second. Let's go. Yeah, you can get some injected problem here. It's vulnerability, of course, and first line of your defense is interface, but interface can be just broken easily. And your main line of defense for security is smart contract. So in every function you need to check if it's require or something like that. Usually it's required for owner. If you will check smart contracts, most of the time you're gonna see that require it's like if it's not an owner. Here you see it's not a zero address, but it's just some admin test helpers thing. Actually, it should be deleted in your production deployment. In Sepolia it's no matter, but in production deployment it's better to delete these test helpers. Okay, Faucet claimed true. Tokens message sender get Faucet amount that we have here, 15 in our case. And Faucet claimed emitter happened for Faucet claimed. You see this event happen, and actually that's it. Like this event is triggered, and the message sender gets some. Let's actually show you this in code in our interface. I want to claim starter pack 50 friends, please. Pay attention that these tokens, it's not how I already said ERC20 standards. These tokens is inside our smart contract, inside our French kernel DAO smart contracts, and you can't transfer them between the people. Like you only can use these friend tokens inside this application. You can't sold them to people or something like that. But for MVP it's good. Here we get transaction request, and we have hex, and if we confirm, it started to claim in starter pack. It's frontend side decision, I guess, or no? Yeah, it's frontend side decision, because you see some transaction need frontend side text for pendings. Okay, it's success, and you see we have balance of 50 friend. Good, let's go. And pay attention, this button is disappear. We do claim for our thing for claim Faucet. And we claim starter pack, and we're not gonna see this button again for this wallet, never, because it's in smart contract. This wallet is false forever for now. And here you see we just run transaction with like contract Faucet. You can use this template for run transaction if you want. In this template I handle all these transactions. I handle pendings, I handle errors, and a success. And I load user info if it's success. You see, because we need to update user info every time after we do some state changes. Like, I don't need this windsurf. Reject. Okay. Next we have balance of 50 friend, we have streak 0, and let's try to give some amount. Let's do 22, not standard value. We give 22 friend, we confirm it. It's staking friend. Hey, interface is not the best, but it just was created in like a couple of hours, so no need to blame me. Confirm transaction already, staking friend confirmed. You see, it's all again request load user info and state updated. Our balance is now updated for friend, and our active stake now 22 friend. For 6 days, 23 hours left. When this timer is gone, you're gonna have possibility to take this claim stake. For now, if you try, stake period not finished, because you see we have timer and we get some solidity error. Active stake, yeah, you see if stake active, you're gonna get this stake countdown. And you can claim stake. Here you just, you see we don't even have front-end validation here, because validation happen on smart contract side for this. Yeah, we can do better validation on front-end side, of course, but in the current situation we gonna use it like here. Let's check this function claim stake. Address user message sender. We're gonna use a struct. I think you remember the struct storage, that like object with some values. Stake user require as active, no active stake. It's if you try to claim before you have some claims. And next checker, it's if stake period not finished, that we see now. If you try again, stake period not finished, pay attention the text, it's on Solidity side. For actually for validation, if you're gonna use validation, you need to do something like, you know, something similar with variables, like stake per variable, and on front-end side you need to handle this. Otherwise you can't just you can't add some localization functions in smart contract, because it's gonna be stupid. In smart contract every line of code is cost money actually, so just some just some remark. Okay, now block timestamp, start time, stake duration. You can change here before you deploy your actual smart contract. You can change start time, you can change like stake duration. Actually start time you can't change, sorry. Start time gonna take you your current time, like start time, and it's gonna be fixed here. Yes, stake struct is reset. You can read in Solidity documentation why we need to reset struct every time after we do some work with this. Actually not every time, but it's a good solution for your smart contract cost. UNT 256 amount as amount, good. If streak user 7 days, success. Pay attention that we have here extra checker. Actually I don't know why GPT generated like this. Maybe it's better here to also have stake duration number and check it like in a number example. Streak user more or equal to 7, we get multiplier, you see. I'm not sure about that, let me check. Okay, check what I asked my friend. And yeah, it's a bit strange, but if you want to link this with your stake requires stake with your actual stake duration, you can do it like this. But pay attention that this just number, it's just similar number, but it's if you want multiple num to be like, maybe you want it to be for every month, for example, or for every 1 day it's already multiplied in your friend tokens. In our case it's 7 days, like stake duration time. So it's multiplied only when stake duration time is ended. It's logically, and that's why I ask why it's generated like this. But you see, we have another solution like this. Stake requires stake duration, and it's gonna be related to stake duration for you. You see, you just divide by 1, but how you know if we divide by 1, we gonna get 1. No, if we divide 1 by 1, we're gonna get 1. If we divide 7 by 1, we're gonna get 7. Wow, impossible. But okay. Next, if stake user 7, we multiply this. We just have amount that we can multiply by stake successful multiplier num, 150 in our case. And imagine if we have, like if we have 50, we just multiply by 150% in return. You have this formula here. Then we get token users that he actually stake, and we get return it from multiplier values, and we emit this emitter. Else if it's fail stake it, stake just slashed. It's just some for people who try to get some vulnerabilities with stake. We need to do else. Faucet I already showed to you. Get user info I showed to you. Tests I showed to you, and I will show to you how to do tests actually. But now let's check this complete daily lesson function in smart contract. Complete daily lesson. Let's say show you in interface. I learned French today. I'm a good guy. Yes, you learn French. Let's go. Confirm. Completing lesson. And we're gonna have streak of 1 now when we complete lesson. Let's go complete this lesson. It's like I'm in school again now. Finally lesson is completed. Last lesson, you see we have last lesson here. Time of last lesson, we get updated streak. We get some balance update. We get plus 10 to our balance. And we get some and we get nothing actually more. Here it's still same. It's gonna be multiplied only in 7 days. Okay, let's go. And pay attention, it's only be multiplied if you stake for a week. I already showed to you like stake. In any case, all comments here. Pay attention that if we stay streak for 7 days and our streak not 7 days, our emitter will trigger also, because I before said it's for vulnerabilities. I was a bit wrong, because it's also trigger our emitter if stake is slashed. You see, you don't get anything new in multiplayer. You not get it multiplied if your streak is failed. Now, complete daily lesson. We already do it now. Last completion time. Last if not the first time, force anti-spam minimum interval. Yeah, anti-spam if it's not first time, it's anti-spam interval 20 hours, however you remember, in our constant. Yeah, actually it will be better maybe 24 hours, but let's stay with 20 for this. And if you try again, this anti-spam system gonna work, you see. And next, anti-spam system update streak if last equals 0, first time completion streak 1, otherwise it's gonna be check by delta. It's streak user equals 1, otherwise streak plus 1. Its streak is reset 48 hours. Streak gonna be failed but if you get streak, still you're gonna get streak 1, 1 and 1 plus plus plus, and all be good. Calculate reward. It's your daily reward. How you remember, I get 10 tokens for reward. Actually, you see our daily reward. For every streak I get +5 friend bonus, and extra bonus friend applied when streak is more than bonus after. Yeah, you see, if it's more than 7 I get every 5 friend bonus every time when streak is more than 7. It's mean when I get to 70, if I have 0, for example, in the next day I gonna have 85, yeah, plus 15, I guess, I mean, in the next day, and it's like day by day. Create tokens and update last completion time. Tokens user plus reward, last completion time, block timestamp. Lesson completed, another emitter is completed lesson. You see these events here. Oh. Okay. I think for smart contract it's all main functions, yeah. For we claim stake, Faucet, get user info. There is only the owner modifier, but on the owner modifier it's standard for smart contracts. You're gonna see it almost everywhere, and on the owner it's required for most of the functions. Actually, you're gonna see it like this in most of smart contracts, like on the owner can trigger some functions. In ERC20 tokens, for example, mint can do only owner, like mint new tokens, or withdraw tokens from somewhere can do only owner. In our case, it's used only for tests, because we have a DAO system. Okay, in smart contract side, it's all. Now I want to show you how to do test of the smart contract. Give me a sec. Sorry, always someone calling, someone texted. It's impossible, but okay. Let I show you how you can create tests for smart contracts in Hardhat. Well, algorithm in 2025, it's next. You open this ChatGPT page, you write, can you write test for this smart contract in TypeScript in our case, and we give our smart contracts here, and let's check if it's gonna be good. I'm not sure that it's gonna be good tests, but I will check, because let's be honest, on tests in 2025 you literally usually don't have time. If you advanced developer, you always need to do something, you need to do something new, and if you have time for tests in your job, you're a lucky man, I can say. Absolutely, here is a complete ready to run TypeScript. Chai Hardhat. Yeah, I didn't even write Hardhat, pay attention, in a prompt, but it still give me Hardhat. But let's check if test is correct and with correct version. Yeah, Chai, it's for tests also needed. I don't remember if I have. Yeah, I have Chai here. Chai is just a test environment. Test environment's funny, I think. Test here, French learner. You see, I don't even have test here for now. Let's check. Save this test as tests, blah blah blah. In our case, we don't need this. Let's check how good this test is. Well, it's very good, I already see. Model has now exported Ether. Big number, did you mean big numberish? Thank you for tests, bro. It's really good. Yeah, you see, I guess it's generated wrong version of tests. Let me fix it myself. Okay, I found an issue. It's TypeScript problems with the Hardhat implementation of this old version. Actually, in my case, it's better to just change it to CJS to not waste much of the time on this test, because this test is, let's be honest, it's useless. It's not useful. It's useless in most ways, but I just want to show you how tests works in Hardhat in this. Like, it's what GPT generated, but I do it in a JavaScript way without TypeScript, you see, in a CJS module way. Because I don't want to change a package type module for now for this repo. Because test here, it's just like example. Okay, we have this test here. We have all these variables with some random things. And no, it's actually not random, it's same as in a smart contract. Like, yeah. You will ask why it's multiplied by 60. It's just because in test in Chai we use it like to show time by this. You multiply 48 hours to 60 minutes, 60 seconds, like you multiply 7 days to 24 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds, you see. It's how Chai works, not even in Web3, but in Web2 sphere and blah blah blah. And some function before each. I'm not gonna explain you these tests. Let's just check how it's work, because this test is easy. It's QI engineering even. Okay, and in our case it's good with these tests. Okay, you see every of this function it's good. Completed daily lesson. It's the second one. It's good too. All as expected with our calculations and other. It's mean our tests fully passed, at least here in Hardhat. You can see here that it used 20 runs, and in every run it's good. How much gas it's cost, how much time, and etc. etc. This test it's all. I just want to show you how it's work. I will upload these updated tests in a comment. Maybe if someone want to refix this, waste time to TypeScript, he can. But I don't want to waste time on this test on TypeScript. Because in any case we're gonna use new Hardhat in future. Hardhat third version, not in beta now. Okay. And now, how you can see, all finally good. All finally it's on its way. I explain you how it's work. I show you all code, and I want you to check it by yourself, all this code. To upload it to yourself, try to do some templates. Maybe from this template you even can do something bigger. Last thing that I want to show you is how actually deploy a new contract on Ethers, on Sepolia, for example. I remember I already have here some scripts. Yeah, I have script for deploy. You can use this script here. It's just easy script to deploy this French learner factory for get contract factory French learner. You see, it's just name of smart contract, and we deploy it. It's classic script for deploy. Let's go deploy this on Sepolia network again. We wait while it deployed. Let's go. Let me check if I show you everything. Yeah, I think it's all. And now we get new deployed contract, and it's already on public network. Let me check here. It's our old one. Actually, let me update. We're gonna see new transaction for old one. Yeah, you see. We have Faucet. It's when we claim 50 bonus stakes. This function. We had this method for when you do when you get that you do streak, when you claim, and blah blah blah. Actually, claim it's not here. This is I guess this is method for this when we stake for week, yeah. And our new contract, it's here. It's empty, and to use your actual contract, not mine, you can just change here to new one contract. Yeah, better to maybe hide it in environment variables, like in production side, but for now I don't care if you're gonna use my smart contracts, like for test interface. I don't care about that at all. You can use it. And okay, I guess for this it's all. You can deploy your own smart contract or use my smart contract for tests. Like it's on your decision. Okay, it was how you remember in the beginning of the video I said it's easy, simple project, MVP, and in the next videos I want to show you a project that I create with actually fully Python backend, React Vite frontend, quiz generation we're gonna use, not OpenAI API. Let's be honest, it's gonna be used this Mistral, some model from free source, and GVTF notification, PostgreSQL database, you see, and also it's gonna use Web3 sphere. You're gonna have your tokens, your smart contracts, you see. You have contracts here with smarts. You have 2 smart contracts here, but it's a bit more complicated. I want to show this in the next video, but it can take a lot of more time, and pay attention that I'm gonna speak more advanced in the next video, without like check every function, what it's doing interface side. I will check it like most in advanced way. Okay, for this video it's all, and I'm gonna think about how to show you this video because it's a lot here. Okay, let's go.